proud of, but I got zero regrets. Had to take a few back to really look at my steps. They tried to get on my case, I saw it all in the stairs. So I slid down the railing and got the hell out of there. You know a piece of my story, you barely open the book.
Hi guys, welcome to A to Z United. This is Anand here, and I'm joined by Ankit. Hello Ankit, how are you doing?
Hello, doing good, brother.
Thank you for joining, Ankit. Thank you for joining. So Ankit, as you may know, that Paul Pogba has again reiterated his statements and his wishes to join Real Madrid again. And do you think that this is a right time to make this comment where when United is going through under such turbulent times, right now, even after this transfer window is over, do you think that, is it a good thing on his part to be basically doing that? And what do you generally think about, these statements as such?
Okay, the timing of the statement is very inaccurate. We just have lost to Tottenham 6-1, and he was very poor in that game. And to come out in the international duty and say such comments again for Real Madrid, I think it's not doesn't show the mentality that we need in a player for a Manchester United player. Yeah. So I think again he's playing with fire over here, and now the fans will again get on his back and say, if you want to leave, you just leave. Don't make unnecessary comments in each and every summer transfer window or when the transfer window is over. Yeah, we had the same situation last year where he and his agent nearly forced a move through Real Madrid, but that didn't come through. If he wants to leave, I think I'll be more than happy if he leaves. I don't think him going will be a much of the difference in the squad, provided if you replace him with a correct signing. Yeah, I think he has been mismanaged in this club when he came over here. I think he was a focal point where Mourinho as well as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in his earlier reign wanted to build a team around him. Yeah. So once we had Bruno now, once we have Bruno, now the entire team revolves around Bruno Fernandes, and he is the focal or the creator point of that team. Pogba is now playing in a very defensive role, which is not his fault. And we have seen much of Pogba to say that he is not good at defensive duties. So I think it is a mixed bag of a player being mismanaged, not having the correct mentality for this club, as well as I think he is playing with fire. His agent is in his ears again, stating all the incorrect things. And if he wants to leave, I think it is okay. He can go to Real Madrid or Juventus even, and be a big success for him, because I think he's not playing in the correct position in Manchester United. Just on that point, what do you think? Do you think that Paul Pogba leaving will impact Manchester United in a positive or a negative way? What are your thoughts or comments on this?
Now, I feel this is pretty interesting, Ankit, at this point of time. And the reason is because, what I would also say is that, it wouldn't be appropriate for him to make these statements as of now. As you mentioned, that his his performance has been really, really poor. And one of the things, Manchester United fans in general are really frustrated about is that, after, we are actually pretty stocked in that position right now, in the midfield position. So we have Donny van de Beek, we have Fred, and we have McTominay as well. Okay. So
Yeah,
Paul Pogba's performance has been really poor. And people are just asking that why don't you bench Pogba and then play Donny van de Beek or Fred or even McTominay ahead of him?
that is again down to his match fitness and match sharpness. He was tested positive for COVID, and that is the reason he hasn't trained with the team, as well as no preseason this season. So I think that has affected a bit of him, because when we had the 3 months where we were playing free flowing football and great football, I think he was doing okay. So it is partly down to that factor as well. But yes, regarding that mentality, I think it needs to be improved.
And Ankit, what do you think? As you mentioned that we started free flowing football after the pandemic break.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think now? Before the break, we had gone on to a 14-match unbeaten winning run. We had defeated Chelsea, we had defeated Manchester City, and Paul Pogba was injured back then. and
Mhm.
after he had come, we were just continuing on that form. So do you think if we didn't have Pogba, if we had continued with either McTominay or Fred, matching with pairing with Matic, and of course as usually have Bruno, would the
Mhm.
results made much difference? Do you really think was Pogba the player that had raised the game so high?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think if there was Fred in that position, I think we would have done the same thing, because the whole team was functioning brilliantly. And bringing Paul Pogba was an icing to the cake. If you see, Paul Pogba has great attacking abilities. His vision, his ball passing abilities, his spraying the ball into the channels for Greenwood, Marshall, and Rashford. I think that is great, and that is the reason Ole played him, because he has that range of passing ability, and that is what we want to see. But in games where we need defensive stability along with Matic, or we need both the sides of the game, that is attacking and defensive, I think he lacks a defensive discipline. If you see the penalty that he gave against Tottenham was very soft. So your number six shouldn't be doing this silly mistakes. So I think yes, on the defensive side is a bit weak.
Yes, Ankit. I think speaking on that note, and I'm sure all the other United fans also watching, that we could all agree upon is that Paul Pogba is one of the best midfielders that we have currently in our ranks,
Correct.
and his skills, his array of skills, and the range of passing is of course second to none right now. That's what people say around the world, and he was also touted to be the next Paul Scholes or one of the next wonderful players when he had actually joined Manchester United.
Mhm.
So we would actually hope that Paul Pogba stays here for a very long time. Not that, of course. That doesn't mean, of course, he should be going on making these statements on record. But obviously, that's what we would all hope for the best. But anyways, guys, I think there are a lot more interesting discussions upcoming on this channel, and where we'll be discussing about further match previews and future of so many other players as well.
Yes.
So thank you so much, Ankit, for your
Thank you. Thank you
insightful
for having me.
knowledge. Yeah. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much, and see you next time.
Thank you.